Today we're coming to you live from the heart of Temecula Valley at Mount Palomar Winery. We're telling stories that matter and introducing you to some of San Diego's finest people. So put your party pants on and let's have some fun. I'm Claire McKee. Welcome to The Know. My first guest today is Gabriella Noel. She's actually one of our partners here at Modern Media Network, and we work really closely with her and her business, Unique Impression. Gabriella, we're so happy to have you here today.
Thank you.
So we have to talk a little bit about who you are first before we dive into the business, but I am excited to talk about that. So if you were to share a fun fact about yourself, what's something people may not already know about you?
Something people may not already know about me is that I built a 67 Camaro with my dad.
Oh my gosh, no way, like you just gutted it and started over?
Yeah,
or
gutted it, de-rusted it, put the seats back in, dropped the big block back in, did the whole shebang.
Get out, that is so badass. Like what a cool chick thing to say. So has your dad always been into cars? Like how did that all come around?
Yeah, my dad loves cars. He grew up building cars, having to maintain his cars.
Okay.
So when I was growing up, he wanted to make sure that I would never need somebody to change my tire, my oil, my windshield wipers, or anything.
So you can do it all?
He made sure I could do it all.
Okay, well, I know who I'm gonna call if I get a flat tire. I'm gonna be like, Gabby's got me. Thanks so much for sharing that. On a more personal note, what's something maybe that you've had to overcome in your life that ultimately has maybe been a blessing, or you're really happy that you've overcame that?
My health for sure has definitely been an obstacle. I am allergic to 15 different things, which makes eating a little bit more difficult than normal.
Okay, mind you, she just shared this with us, so I just found this out, and name some of the things that you're allergic to. I don't want to get down the rabbit hole, but it's it's just your most basic things.
Yeah, but pretty basic. Strawberries, bananas, carrots, crab, white potatoes, chicken, beef,
oh my
garlic. It's ridiculous.
So you're vegetarian, vegan because you really don't have another option. Your body rejects it.
Yeah, I eat a lot of fish.
Okay, so that's good though. That's good. Fish is amazing. So as far as Unique Impression, we are so happy to be teamed up with you. We get to see you every week. You do a lot of our social media. You run our social media. You're tagging our guests. It's been really exciting. But let's kind of talk about overview. What do you do for your clients? What does Unique Impression offer?
So Unique Impression, we help you tell your stories and showcase your brand, and a lot of people like outsourcing it because it gives them more time to do what they want with their time.
Absolutely. So
really what I am selling is time, because time is the most valuable thing you can have and give to somebody. Mm-hmm. My team is super awesome. As long as you provide us the content, we distribute it for you. Okay. And when you're working with real estate agents or any other company, you are already paying for content, and just most people don't know what to do with it, and so I'm there to help them with that.
Yeah, obviously creating content can be difficult, but you're absolutely right. Businesses recognize that they have to invest in that, and so creating social media content for the website, all of that really matters.
Yes.
But is it being seen, and are you distributing it properly? And so that's where you can come in and ultimately make sure that it's being seen by people in their target audience, right?
100%, and it's so much fun because with each client, it's different. Mm-hmm. So, and we cater to what you want, who you are, what story you want to tell, if you want to use your platform as a resource, or if you want to use your platform to brand yourself, brand your team. It just depends on where you want your legacy to go. That's what I help you with.
I love that. What's maybe one tip or piece of advice you could give to people if they want to up their social media game that they can just start right now at home?
Ooh.
I know, I'm putting you on the spot.
That's a good one.
Just up the game.
One quick tip is there are about 500 million people that use in stories on Instagram every single day.
That's insane.
So stories are a huge way to grow your following, and not only that, but if you add in 10 different hashtags to your stories and cloak them or hide them behind little things, you'll be seen by even more people. And what people don't realize is that you may use a hashtag that has 2.9 million posts, but it's only running 3 stories on that page. So if people are going to that hashtag and interacting with it, you have an option, they have the option to see your content because nobody's putting the hashtags in stories yet.
Amazing.
So that's a quick tip.
That is a good one, and that's true because I see people being sneaky with it and sneaking in whether tags or hashtags of other people. So post stories frequently.
Yes.
Because also then you're staying at the top of the feed,
Top
right?
of mind.
And then the second thing is to sneak in the tags and hashtags.
Yeah.
That was a great tip. All right.
Yeah.
See, brought to you right here by Unique Impression. And also, Gabby, you have a team of people that work behind you, so it's not just you. Talk a little bit about like what's the day in the life, like how are you servicing all these different businesses and making sure their content's seen?
Good question. So I created my team based off of talent. Every single one of us has a special talent that maybe other businesses hadn't tapped into yet. And I really try to give my team that creative freedom in order to use their talent. So I have a photographer who's really incredible. He loves traveling, being outdoors. He has an eye for good content. You can't teach someone what good content
Absolutely.
is. So he adds a lot of value to my company like that. I have Jessica. She is amazing when it comes to organization. She's good at building relationships. Honestly, she's my right hand. I couldn't keep doing this without her. And then I have Eric, and he's my graphic designer and web designer. And he understands algorithms, and algorithms are extremely difficult to teach because not many people understand the back end and coding. So usually a typical life in the day of my business is Gabby runs around to a bunch of different meetings until about 8:30 at night, and my team sits back and makes sure that content is being created so I can review it when I get home, make sure posts are going out, make sure stories are going out, make sure that we're being fun and interactive and finding cute little things that we can do, like sharing a game to somebody's story in order to engage the audience and draw in more leads. And it's a lot of fun, and it's working, and our clients are happy. So
and you guys are super creative, and I think that that's one thing with the content creation that stands out to me about you is that it's not just the content that your clients are sending you. You also come up with fun things like related to the holidays or things outside of their business, so it's not just that same content that people are used to seeing.
Exactly, and like I said, we're allowing you to spend more time with your family. On Christmas, you don't have to worry about marketing because, hey, we already have all the content that we're going to be putting out for you. So you get to spend more time with your family and less time worrying about keeping your audience, staying top of mind with your audience.
And just in general, social media is a full-time job. I mean, it takes so much time. It's constantly changing. And so that's another thing that we find value in working with you is that you're up on all the algorithms, all the changes. You're like, don't use that hashtag today. They're gonna ban you. I'm like, what are you talking about? I believe you though. Like, so it's been really positive in that way. Like, there's a certain level of like continuing education that goes with being in the social media space.
Every single night I take a different class, and Jessica wakes up to 3 to 4 new emails.
Like, look what I learned.
3 to 4 new emails. I'm like, hey, we need to implement this. Hey, this is what I learned. Let's go ahead and share it. Hey, this will be really awesome for the newsletter. So this next newsletter that we're sending out, I want to do something different. I'm going to drop some hard facts. I'm going to teach people how to create social media personas, which is extremely important when creating your marketing strategies. And I also threw in a TED Talk that talked about instead of sitting down and doing your meetings sitting down all the time, because how often do we sit?
Always.
To walk around, because walking around during a meeting, that gets your creative juices flowing, and it's different, and it's more candid, and so there's less pressure and things can be more organic. And so I think that's something new that I'm going to definitely be trying. I sit so much throughout the day.
Absolutely. So obviously, Gabby knows her stuff. That's Gabriella Noel with Unique Impression. Feel free to reach out to her if you have any social media questions. Obviously, you want somebody as knowledgeable as her on your side. And now for our Golden West Management Rent It Like You Mean It tip of the week.
Thanks, Claire. And this week's Rent It Like You Mean It tip of the day comes directly from you realtors. What do I do as a realtor when I list a property for sale and I have a tenant occupying it? So first, let's just take a look if they have a lease or if they're on a month-to-month. If they're on a month-to-month, that's great. You can give them notice and you'll be able to show a vacant property in 30 to 60 days. However, if they've got a long-term lease, that means you're either gonna have to give them 24 or 48 hours notice to show the property. So in order to skip that notice time every time you wanna show the property, make a deal with the tenant. Put something in writing that says you can show the property a couple times a week or a couple hours a day with that lockbox, And maybe in return, you give them a discounted rent or something that is beneficial to the tenant. At the end of the day, you have to make it a win-win for you and the tenant. That's this week's Rent It Like You Mean It tip of the day. Back to you, Claire.
My next guest is Irma Manzanares with Big Block Realty. Irma, come on over. Hey, you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm amazing. Cheers to that.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's good to see you again.
Yes. How are you?
I'm so good.
Good.
I mean, I wish we had a little bit more sunshine today, but we're so spoiled in Southern California, aren't
It's
we?
perfect. It's perfect for wine.
Wine drinking weather,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes.
So, Irma, we're gonna get to know you a little bit better today.
Okay.
And in true Claire fashion, I always ask my guests, like, what's a fun fact about you? What's something that people may not know about you if they're Googling you? Like, just give me something juicy. What should we know about you?
Oh my gosh. Well, I like to do a lot of things, but I think a fun fact would be I do a lot of crazy things. For one, my husband likes to mountain bike.
Okay.
So I will literally get on the bike, and I don't care if I crash. I just like to be very spontaneous.
You just go.
I just do it. If I get hurt, I get hurt. If I don't, then don't. But that's what
I
like to
love
do.
that. Okay,
Yes.
we hold ourselves back in so many ways. We let fear take over. We're like, I
Right.
can't do that. I'm not ready. But you're like, mountain biking, you name it, I'm hopping on, let's go.
Yep, that's what I do.
I love that.
Yes.
What else do you like to do in your free time when you're not working?
I actually like to read a lot.
Okay.
I'm an avid reader. I'm actually reading 2 books right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I like to hang out with the girls, have wine, just meet up with her, just have lunch.
Yeah, I love to read as well. I believe that you can never, like, you should never stop learning,
No,
right? What are you
ever.
reading right now?
I'm actually reading World's End right now.
What
I don't
is
know
that about?
it's just a book about way back in the day. Did you ever read Seven Pillars of the Earth?
No.
It's like way back, like BC. And,
Oh, okay.
About Masori churches and stuff like that. I know it's like really old, but it's a beautiful book.
What is
And I'm
something you're
loving it.
taking away from it?
Just the tradition of how they used to do things and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I just like a really, really good book.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Is there a particular book that stands out in your mind? Maybe something that just like really changed you or taught you something that impacted your whole life moving forward?
Oh my gosh. Oh.
I know. I listen to audiobooks all the time.
You
and
know what? I've tried to listen to audiobooks, but they don't really work for me because I
No?
like to have the
You like to
hard
touch
paper
it.
and I like to like just go
It's
back
an
and read.
experience, right?
It is. I just read so many. I think The Secret.
The Secret.
I love The Secret.
Me too. Law of Attraction
Yeah,
all day,
I love
baby.
it. Yeah, I just like to kind of go back and sometimes just kind of look at pages and be like,
Yeah.
okay, I remember this. So it's a really good book.
I completely agree. I firmly believe that what you put out in the universe is what you're
Yes.
going to get back, and you have to vibrate on that frequency or you're not going to get what you're looking for.
Right.
Another good one, The Four Agreements. Really
Oh.
Have you read that?
No, not yet.
Add
Not
that to
yet.
your list. It's
Okay.
really similar to the Law of Attraction with The Secret, but it's
Okay.
like the 4 agreements that basically you should like guide your life by.
Nice.
I love it so much.
Definitely gonna put it on my list.
Yeah. Okay, so you mentioned you have children, right?
I do. We have 3 kids. Well, they're not kids anymore, but I have a girl and 2 boys. My oldest is going to be 23 this coming year.
Okay.
I have a 19-year-old and a soon-to-be 16-year-old.
That doesn't make any sense to me logistically, but I'm gonna roll with it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna trust you that you have a child that old.
Yeah, I do. And we have an anniversary coming up. We'll be married 25 years in 2020.
That is a huge accomplishment.
It is,
It
yeah.
really is. So congratulations
Thank
to you.
you.
Do you have any fun plans for your anniversary?
We're actually thinking of probably Bora Bora.
Okay.
I know. That's on our plans.
That's
but,
amazing.
You know, we'll see how it goes.
Well, cheers to you. Cheers to your real estate business. Cheers to sharing and learning a little bit more about you and to you and your husband. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for being here. It was amazing learning more about you, Irma.
Thank you.
I'll see you next time.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, babe. My next guest is Leslie Lawson with Big Block Realty. Leslie, come on over. Okay, and that was a hell of a runway you just did. How are you?
I didn't trip and fall over myself, so I'm quite impressed.
You're doing great. You're doing so great.
Oh my lord.
Leslie, it's good to see you.
Oh my god, it's been too long.
Like
Like way too long.
I think it was the last time we were up here, and I'm not okay with that, actually. Sad face. What have you
Super
been
sad
doing?
face.
What's been going on? Like, give me the juice. What's up?
Well, business is fabulous. I have 0 complaints about that.
Okay.
Business you know, all in all, it's great. It's kicking off to a great start of a new year.
Yeah.
Big news for me is Leslie Lawson Hopes is expanding. Like,
Okay.
okay, not expanding in the way of like Thanksgiving, bigger holiday goodies, like maybe a little, but even for coat, hide a little snug. But no, expanding, like my business is growing into Nevada.
We're going out of California.
We are.
Okay, but congratulations.
Thank you.
So what prompted this? Kind of tell me what's
You
going
know,
on.
and it was kind of like organically happened. So my husband's family is from Northern Nevada in the Reno Sparks area.
Okay.
And I've been going up there, obviously, you know, as long as I've known him, for almost 25 years. So
Yeah.
it's been a while. So I kind of feel like that's my second home up there. Our daughter goes to school up there. She's in nursing school. Our son lives up there with her.
Aw.
He's following in dad's footsteps, going into the fire department.
right.
And so I was finding that through clients and family, they're like, hey, can you help me here? Can you help me there? And I was like referring a lot of business out. And I was like, wait a minute here. I should be holding on to a little bit of this
Yeah.
because I like to coddle my clients and I'm very territorial of
Yeah.
them. And so I was finding, I mean, granted, I had great referral business out there, but I was like, wait
Sure.
a minute, I can do this.
You're like, if I can do it and make sure that they're taken care of to my standards, let's make it happen.
Absolutely. And I think because empty nester now, I needed to fill my time.
Oh, okay. So what was entailed with you getting your license in Nevada, and how did this all happen?
So I've had my license in Nevada for a little over 2 years
Okay.
now. So, which is interesting enough because I've kind of started to market it out there. Because a lot of my clients, I'm very blessed that down here they're all referral based. So they're kind of like, what does this look like, Lawson? Like,
Right.
you're not leaving us.
Are you
I'm like,
leaving me?
No,
Like,
I'm not. I'm
yeah.
not leaving. I'm expanding. So I've got a lot of good systems in place to where I can, you know, honestly from San Diego to Reno, because it's Northern Nevada that I'm focusing on, literally an hour and a half.
Oh,
We can get stuck in that traffic
Really? Like,
from
that's
Temecula to
nothing.
San Diego
easily.
easily.
That's what it took me to get here this morning. Like,
So it is. It's that easy to
Okay.
do. So, and where, you know, kind of where my focus is at, literally straddles Tahoe. And
Awesome.
how gorgeous is Tahoe? Like,
beautiful.
yes,
like as
and-
beautiful as it gets.
Absolutely. So we are building up there. So
Okay.
we're gonna have 2 homes. So kind of doing a
This
little
is so
bit of straddling
exciting,
state.
and I
So
knew your
you better
kids
come
were in
visit
school.
me.
I will. I knew your kids were in school, but I didn't realize that they were together and in Nevada, where your husband's family is from.
Yes.
That's literally like your second home.
It is, and so it's not like I'm going to an area where I'm not familiar. I have a great sphere
Yeah.
up there. So the weirdness of it, and I don't want to say weird, is just because Big Block Realty, I love, is here in California. They're not brokered in Nevada, so
Okay.
I'm wearing dual hats. So
Okay.
my license is in Coldwell Banker, there
Gotcha.
in Minden, to be
Okay.
specific, and then Big Block in California, because I got to hang my license somewhere.
Well, yeah.
Hence, you know, Big Block needs to get up
Because she's
there.
not leaving us.
Hint, hint. I'm not leaving. And so I have, like I said, really good systems in place. I've already been ping-ponging
Yeah.
back and forth.
Yeah.
I've got a couple escrows going on up there now, stuff going on. Like I said, it's an hour and a half flight.
Yeah, that's nothing.
And drive time if I needed to. It's not that crazy either. It's gorgeous. So, said I have a sphere up there and it just makes sense.
Okay, so let's talk about this. For all the people who may be thinking, San Diego, I love it, but what's good in Nevada?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what draws people to the community that you're focusing on in North Nevada?
Well, what I absolutely love, I mean, the homes up in that area, especially where I'm focusing on, it's a how do I say? It's a suburb of almost Lake Tahoe. I absolutely love Lake Tahoe. I mean, like literally,
Yeah.
love Lake
Stunning.
Tahoe. It's pricey.
It is.
It's pricey.
Yeah.
So you 20-minute drive over the hill.
Oh,
Cost
perfect.
of living is so different.
Yeah.
I mean,
And you still get all the benefit of being really close to Lake Tahoe.
Lordy, I mean, it's beautiful.
It's a
I
no-brainer.
mean,
Okay.
the topography is great. It's a booming economy up there. I love literally, specifically in Gardnerville and Minden. I love the old rustic, cowboyish. Like they got like the oldest
Okay.
bar.
Yes.
I like my little watering holes
Yeah,
to go visit.
yeah, you gotta
I mean,
have
bring your
them.
clients in there and kind of do a little exploring. Old mining, Virginia City. It is so cool. There's so much history up in that
amazing.
area that like goes back to the old Wild Wild West. Like seriously, I'm waiting for like some sort of gun shootout
You
happening.
need like a
out
Western
there.
to be filmed
It
there.
is. I feel like our family needs to have like some old, historic kind of photo done. And
Yes,
old
you should do that for like your Christmas
saloon
photos or
photo.
something.
We do.
It'd
We
be
totally
so
do.
cute.
So
Okay.
we love it. Like I said,
Cool.
it feels like a natural expansion for the team.
Yeah, well, we're super excited for you. It's always amazing to see you. And
Likewise, sweetie.
congrats and wishing you all the luck on these future endeavors. We're going to see you really soon. You're not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere, and I can't leave Temecula wine country
know.
for crying out loud. That would make me super sad.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Good
Thank
to see you,
so much
Leslie.
for having me.
Absolutely, anytime. We'll see you soon. My next guest is Anna Cohen with Signature Real Estate. Anna, come on over. Hey there.
Hi, nice to meet you.
It's so great to meet you too. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, Anna, I always ask my guests, share a fun fact about yourself. What's something that if we Google you, we're not going to find out?
So I actually skateboard.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, I love doing it. I skateboard all around town. I used to shortboard, but you'll see me longboard with my little odometer, hitting hills. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. That's adventurous. I
Yeah.
had my parents get me a skateboard for Christmas like many, many years ago, and I was way too scared to even operate on it. So
Okay.
mad props to you. I
Thank
love
you.
that. Let's talk a little bit about your real estate business though. You're sort of new to the business, but you have an interesting background. So kind of tell us what's going on.
So I am a new agent. I just received my license, but I've been in the Temecula area now for 9 years, flipping and investing in flipping.
Okay.
And also doing the contractual side of the
Okay.
flip side. So although I am new to the contract and agency relationship part
Yeah.
of the business, I am really educated in the home and flipping side of the
Yeah,
industry.
right. So you're entering the sales side of it now, but there's that whole nitty-gritty like logistical side of flipping
Right.
and what that looks like. So what are some things that maybe you've learned in that side of the business that ultimately you're able to provide your clients now on the sales side?
I think it's really important to have educate yourself as much as you can. You know, talk to lenders, talk to anyone you can to educate yourself in the home buying, selling, or investing process.
Absolutely.
And also, nothing is impossible for anybody. So if you think you can do it, you probably can.
Yeah.
And so you just have to take that first step, and I've learned that throughout the years with that.
Take the step and put the plan in place, right? Like
Definitely.
have that team that will support you and get you to your goals.
Definitely.
And you also come from a teaching background as well, so I can imagine that education goes hand in hand with your business today.
Definitely. I find myself, treating everybody as if they were maybe a student, and even me sometimes putting myself in the student's place. But like I said, educating yourself in the home buying process. Temecula is really unique and beautiful because we're sort of in this small town, but it's not claustrophobic.
Right.
So we have a lot of different avenues for homes and home buying and home investing, and we're very close to a lot of great cities. So, we have a good group of people here, and we just have I call it the perfect town. I love this place.
That's so true. And coming from the flipping side, what made you want to get into the sales side of it?
Mostly my commission.
Yeah. Hey.
So I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I'm very frugal. So I thought I really would like to get my own commission. And,
Yeah.
but the sales aspect is a whole nother aspect. And, it's really important to, like I said, educate yourself before you get into any industry.
Sure.
I love real estate. Before I even came into real estate, I've always loved homes and things like that. So I'm really happy to be in this industry and just meeting people in this industry.
Yeah.
We have a good group of people in this industry. It's very positive, and I love it.
Yeah, and not to mention you take that flipping knowledge and bring it to your business today. Like, what better person to advise you if you're thinking of buying a fixer-upper than somebody who actually understands what the margins are and what you really can do to make a home your dream home, right?
Definitely. So it does come down to numbers. It's very important that you go into something and that you're not losing. Also that with flipping it's a little bit different because you have to have certain things in place before you can go in and purchase a home.
Sure.
We're not, as real estate agents, allowed to advise people on what they should or can fix or shouldn't fix. We can guide them in that direction.
Sure.
But again, like I said, if I could do it, I feel my 5'3", 120-pound self, anybody can do it.
Absolutely.
So, if you're thinking about buying or selling, don't be afraid to look past paint, electrical, a wall that you don't want there. Most of the time, that can be fixed.
Yeah.
So everything in a home is fixable.
Absolutely.
And so if you have a dream of home ownership, it's really important that you understand that those things can be fixed if you have a little bit of vision.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Anna, thank you so much for sharing a little bit more about
Definitely.
yourself. It was great to get to know
It
you.
was nice meeting you. Yeah,
Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.
All right.
We're back and we are here with Adrian. He is the sommelier and tasting room manager at Mount Palomar Winery. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
So there's probably, people are gonna ask, what is this glaring paper bag on the table here? And there's wine in there.
There is. So we're going to be doing a little deductive tasting, or blind tasting, better said. And we'll just figure out what it is. We'll go through this together.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a blind tasting. I'm gonna bring a couple of the girls out and we're gonna see if we have any idea what type of wine is in the bottle. But first, I wanna learn a little bit more about you. How long have you been a sommelier and what made you wanna do that?
So I've been a sommelier since June of this year.
Okay.
Back to Mount Palomar Winery after a little hiatus, and I was doing weddings and serving. At the end of the wedding season, they offered me the opportunity to stay serving full time, and I figured if I could do it, might as well be pretty darn good at it.
Yes.
So I took the sommelier exam, passed, and just through there, moved up with Mount Palomar Winery. But it's just something I really enjoy. Wine's a unique thing and really brings people together.
Yeah.
That's part about it.
I love that. That's so true. Well, with bringing people together, let's bring out Gabriella and Jessica, both with Unique Impression. And I figure, Adrian, you're probably gonna have to help us a lot here. So,
I thought that's what you were here.
no, you have to help us. So, have you guys ever done anything like this?
No.
No.
Definitely
Are you
not.
wine connoisseurs by any means?
I like to think so, but
Yeah. Okay. So, do you know when they say oh, I taste notes of this or that? Are you gonna be able to? Yeah, me neither.
No.
Okay. So, Adrian, that's why we need your help. So. Maybe give us a few pointers, what should we be looking for?
In the wine, you're going to be looking at the color first. Obviously, if it's white and you say it's red, maybe this isn't the right thing to be doing.
Wrong
but,
game.
But we'll go through this together. What I like to say is when you're drinking wine, think of what it evokes in memory. What do you smell? Does it smell like apples that you remember at Thanksgiving time? Are they baked? Or do you smell apples you just picked off the tree when you were taking them as a kid? Or what do you taste on there? Do you taste a tender vanilla, tender oak? It's really just about what does it evoke in memory and how do you feel about it. It's all subjective. The best part about wine is there's no wrong answers.
No wrong answers, you guys.
Right.
And with that being said, how do you learn to become a sommelier? Because I'm just thinking back on this. You've probably tasted a lot of wine.
I've drunk quite a few bottles, tasted a lot of few. So with the Quartermaster Sommeliers, which is the leading entity that produces sommeliers in the world, they give you the standards to go through. You study those standards and you take the exam. There's no classes. You just have to have a good study group, people who support you, great people who support you in your workforce as well.
You're essentially self-taught.
Correct.
Right?
And all you do is you show up to this exam hoping that you have learned everything that you should be knowing, and you take the exam. If you pass, you get a nice little pin. If not, they'll see you next time.
They give you a pin, and that's it, huh? Cool. Okay, Adrian. Well, let's start with the first drink, and of course, you're gonna be drinking with us, so we won't look. Except we're gonna know whether it's red or white. So this is good because it's not totally blind, which means we're gonna have
at least we got the first part down. no
some
matter what.
clue, some idea what this is.
Somebody on the film crew said you're supposed to taste it under your tongue.
Oh,
We learned that one today.
Would
Yeah.
you agree with that?
Only if you're
Adrian?
checking for acidity. With acidity, you're going to put it underneath your tongue and hold it for about 10 seconds, and you swallow it. And then, if you keep salivating after 10 seconds, it's a very acidic, or I like to call it fresh wine.
Okay.
And if it doesn't really make you, mouthwater, then it's kind of a lowest acid wine.
Would that make it dry?
Dryness is going to be based on the level of sugars in the grape.
I'm trying to
or in
get
the wine.
some clues in here before we begin.
Right.
So would you say
I'll take
it's
you
not
through it.
acidic?
Hey, it's white.
Yeah.
The first clue.
Okay.
So technically, no wine is dry because they're all wet.
Oh, well.
And I just got schooled,
So the first thing I would do with the wine is just observe it and look at the color. Kind of have this nice pale straw color on here.
Yes, very.
Can I ask about the legs thing?
Yeah.
Like when people swirl it, what does that mean?
Legs are basically indicative of the alcohol in the wine. If there's more legs, then it is going to be a higher alcohol wine. Basically goes back to viscosity. But legs tell you very little about the wine.
Viscosity.
Can I drink it?
Yeah, but I would recommend smelling it first. 75% of the wine is just
Okay.
smelling it. In fact, I have a terrible palate. I'm well known for having one of the worst, but I have a crazy nose.
Okay, okay.
But I mean, 75% to C, so that's passing, right?
It's gotta be 1 and 2. Okay, we sip
So
it.
on this wine, you kind of smell how it has this.
I want to.
Do we drink it? Do we try it now?
Well, I know it's not the wine I already ordered.
Oh dang, that's what I thought it, that's what I was gonna say, so now I'm stressed.
So notice how it kind of has this mouth-watering effect. It's very fresh. You can tell it's definitely high acids. You don't really think about what grapes are high acid. The Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, and Riesling. We also notice it's kind of a rich texture. It's kind of like a bread or a baked apple note.
Yeah, we didn't say anything about this, by the way. Like, it's pretty smooth. I'm gonna say initially I thought it was a Chardonnay, but you got a Chardonnay and you said that that's not what it is.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what's in the bag. We'll figure this out
I
together.
don't think it's a Chardonnay.
Okay, I'm gonna make my
The
guess.
Chardonnay was like a little bit prettier.
I'm gonna make my guess. Don't cheat.
Oh
I know
my
you might
God.
want to write the same answer as me down, but
I don't even know what the white ones are.
I go with that.
I can't spell
You can abbreviate. It's okay.
yeah, we got you. We got
All right, I'm gonna look at your answers now.
you. Oh, okay.
So we got Sauvignon Blanc for you.
That's what we all put.
You all put Sauvignon
Yes.
Blanc? Okay.
Is that right?
It's a good answer,
No.
but it's not. This is actually our Riesling here, known as Pluto.
It's really good.
So it's a double gold medal winning dry Riesling from the San Francisco International Wine Competition. However, this one is done in a cool process called surly, which adds a little bread note on there and adds a more velvety texture, basically breaking down yeast cells.
The smoothness of it is what made me think it was a Chardonnay, and then it's also not as sweet as most Rieslings I've had. So
Exactly. So this is supposed to embody a traditional American Chardonnay because Chardonnay doesn't grow very well here out here.
interesting. I think he tried to trick us on that.
It
one.
was. This is totally a trick bottle. I would have
How
called
is it?
Chardonnay, but it's
Okay.
100% Riesling.
Okay,
And our
Riesling it
winemaker,
is.
yeah, our winemaker is a brilliant person. He did his thesis in Cal Poly Slow on Riesling, so he understands this grape inside and out.
It's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. Could our bottle boy please bring us some new glasses?
Here you go, ladies.
Thank you.
Did any of you actually spell that correctly?
I just wrote SP.
I was
Oh,
the one
gotcha.
who tried to
So
actually.
long.
I was the one who
Nice
actually tried to spell it out. Did I
Yeah.
spell it right?
I can't say
It's a good try.
You made a good effort.
A for effort.
Sauvignon. How do you spell it?
Oh gosh.
Can
need
you
to give me
spell
the
it?
wine.
No,
Oh,
I
need
know
to
I know how to taste it. Why not
He
spell
wants
it?
to keep it.
Okay,
Double
well.
test it.
Could I swap you for the next bottle as well?
God, where did we find this guy? He is so helpful. All right.
Okay,
round
we're gonna
two.
get this one right.
We're gonna get this one right. Let's do a better job this time of what we taste in the wine. Like what
Smell.
notes do we
Right.
really just feel the essence of it?
Let's give it a whirl.
With wine, it's such a unique thing. There's about 32 different aspects on each wine that you can look at that will indicate.
We gotta get
Let's
one
learn
of
this
32,
quick.
you guys. Come on.
Have you ever traveled outside of California to taste wine?
I've never been to any other wine region except for Temecula. I've traveled around the world, but my interest in wine only peaked in the last year. And so we're only talking about a year of me actually liking wine, so
Liking wine and then became a sommelier, like went all in. I love
So
that.
when you were traveling, you didn't like go to Italy and like taste some wine in Italy? You haven't been in Napa?
Asia, Mexico, around the USA. But at that point, you're 22, 23, you don't really know about wine, and it's just that stuff that your dad drinks.
How old are you now?
So
24.
Okay.
she's still a young buck. Okay.
That's why you became a sommelier overnight.
So on this one, I would say the first thing you want to look at is just the color. It's a purple wine, so you have to think of those purple type of grapes. Lodi Zinfandel, Malbecs from Argentina, Malbecs from France, if there's any left there.
Okay.
Those were the exact grapes I was thinking about. That's so crazy.
I'm not good with that.
Oh wow,
Oh, that
that
one.
smells like. Whew, it's gonna get you drunk.
Oh,
Right.
pomegranate's on the nose, right?
I don't know if that's what I thought of.
Smells like wine.
This one just smells very potent to me. Is that what's so
It
weird?
tastes potent.
Like,
This is a dangerous wine. This bottle will be gone in a minute for me.
It tastes like pomegranate.
yeah. Maybe like a little like strawberry maybe.
There's like wood, something woody.
Tiny bit of
It smells really woody.
It's like a barrel.
Some 2x4s in there.
barrel. I'm the worst.
Cheers to the wood.
Oh no.
She is right. There's a slight wood to it. You get a tiny bit of spice in there, kind of like a white pepper almost.
Aren't you supposed to have red wine air out? It's not a thing.
Traditionally, it just depends on the type of wine. It can be anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half from letting it decant.
In the glass or in the bottle open?
In a decanter.
It's a decanter.
Yeah.
It's like a vase for wine,
Oh,
basically.
okay.
Oh yeah, so I just pull the flowers out and put the wine in.
That's what I do. Okay. I literally have no idea. I just don't think that it's what I usually drink. So it's gotta be one of the clever ones.
What wines do you ladies typically drink?
I'm doing red. I do Pinot Noir. I like how light it usually is.
I do like red blends. Yeah.
It doesn't work. That's the
Anything
best
that is
answer.
wine that people drink.
If it's made from grapes, it's done.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, so let's see what our answers are now.
Okay.
So we have a Merlot for you. Merlot.
Oh.
Everybody's looking at each other's answers. And Merlot.
Wow.
All right.
I really didn't look at what you guys write though. Like I was.
So this is actually our 2015 Castelletto Dolcetto.
Oh.
So Castelletto is the house label for Italian varietals and Italian blends, where Dolcetto is actually the grape for northern Italy.
Okay.
This is a very dangerous wine. It's juicy, it's easy sipping, low acid, with a lot of berry notes.
So it's a blend, technically.
No, 100% Dolcetto.
No, it's 100% Dolcetto. I did not know that was an option. Now you know.
So this is cool also. Now you know a cool new wine that you can go to the store and pick up.
Yes. Get me some
How do you say it?
Dolcetto.
Dolcetto. It means little sweet one because it has a lot of sugar in the grape when it's harvested.
That's cute. Okay. One more sip.
Like you.
That's too cute. Thanks, Saul.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys, we're 0 for 2 right now.
Yes.
It's not looking good.
One.
At least.
I mean, you're drinking wine, so you're actually a winner.
Yeah,
here.
You're right.
We
We're
are
all
winning.
We're all winning. You're absolutely right. All right, last one. Let's hope that we
Third
do
time's a charm, you know?
better
We
on
got
this
this
one.
one.
than
Thank you.
last. Can you just curtsy when you read it?
Here's star moment.
Can I give you this bag?
Vanna Whiting that, like.
Okay, we have to get this.
We have to get this one. Is it gonna be white? Is it gonna be red?
I don't know.
We'll see here in a moment.
White.
When he pulls the cork out, I'm gonna know. Right?
You can smell it, the air.
It's white.
Red.
It's red.
This is gonna be another red wine I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
Should I go with Merlot again, just for odds? Like when I was taking tests in school and I didn't know, I would just put like all B's.
Same.
One of them's gotta work, right?
You're bound to get
I
one
just
of them,
answer
right?
the same for all of them. It's gotta be right.
How did that work out?
I did get straight A's, I will
That's
say.
good. That's good. You did something right. Chose B's.
I chose B's. B's for straight A's. This smells way different than the last one. Like way, way different.
It's different.
This smells way oakier to me. More woodland, right?
More woodland.
Like, yeah.
So this one's more intense than the last red one.
Yeah.
It's good though.
It is a lot of blackberry notes in here, a lot of blackberries, a lot of plum. Kind of apple, kind of warm as well, like a little molasses caramel in here.
I'm just
I feel
impressed.
like he's giving me
Keep going.
hints and I can't pick up on it.
Like maybe if I keep
I'm
sipping,
like-
I'll taste that.
Okay.
You know,
You also get a tiny bit of vanilla on the back, so you do get that milk in. This wine, I know it's really powerful. I can probably guess what it is.
It kind of tastes a little bit like
Just like that.
fermented.
Fermented grape juice. She's not
well,
wrong.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Do you smell it?
I don't know what I'm smelling. That's the problem.
What does it smell like? Do you smell fruits? That would mean the wine is bad.
But
No, it's not
Trust me, it's good. I want
it's
to keep
not
sipping it.
vinegar.
a fruit, maybe.
Like black fruits,
Like a blackberry?
like a blackberry. That's a good answer.
I think definitely plum. Like, you know when you eat the
Plums
plum
are really good
skin?
answers.
Yeah.
The plum skin, it has like that tart plum skin taste.
And the more that you throw out answers, like if it's plum, what type of plum? Is it bruised? Is it fresh? Is it baked?
It's fresh.
It's fresh
It's
plum.
fresh plum.
Alright.
That's what I'm talking about. A fresh plum. No, I'm kidding.
I don't even know what to guess.
I don't even know if that's a red wine. Oh wait, you did the same.
All right, so you said
Literally the same.
We all did the same thing again. What one have we not guessed yet out of the 3 that we know?
But now the question is, what type of cab?
Oh, come on,
God.
Adrian.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Is that a thing?
That is
don't
the
know.
thing. In fact, it's the king of all grapes. It's the most popular red wine in the world.
Hey.
There's also Cabernet Franc. There's only 2
Well,
cabs.
now he just
Now I
gave
think
us a
about
hint.
him.
That was the
Okay,
one I
I'm
was
gonna go
gonna
with
guess.
yours.
Cabernet Franc.
I'm going with that one now. I'm
Clear.
changing.
Franc or what's the other option?
Sauvignon.
Franc.
I'm gonna go with Sauvignon just because.
Sauvignon. All right, all good answers, but also not the right ones.
All wrong. It's a Petit Syrah.
Petit Syrah. This is California's gem. 80% of the world's supply is grown here.
Okay.
So this is what I like to call, our parents had Zinfandel. Our generation has Petit Syrah. This is our wine.
Okay.
These days.
Okay.
Super popular. A lot of concentrated black fruit notes, and this was the single best wine that we had in 2013. So it's our best of vintage as well.
I think what we learned today is that we are not
Sommeliers. And that we need to go wine tasting more.
Yeah.
And we need a
Yeah.
friend like Adrian
Right.
to help us out here. Seriously. Really quickly, what is the best way that we can purchase the wine that we learned about here today?
Here at Palomar Winery, we do have our great tasting room. Come on in. We have several great knowledgeable servers. We'll be able to find a wine that you enjoy, take you through a tasting, and send you home with a couple of bottles.
Yeah.
We also have an online store through our website.
Awesome.
But I always have the view that the freshest wine is from the domain. We have the experience here at Mount Palomar. You'll have us assisting you through the tastings, and we'll find what you want. We have a huge list, so there's got to be something on there for everyone.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you've been super helpful. Thanks
My
so
pleasure,
much.
Claire.
Thanks, Jessica. Thanks, Gabby. And do you see this? Like all wrong. We all put the wrong answers. I think that's hilarious. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this has been The Know. I'm Claire McKee, and we'll see you next time.